Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the moment you've all been waiting for. The event you've all been longing for. The show that not even the ice apocalypse of 2013 could stop. The one, the only, North Garland High School Raiders Fine Arts performance of Chicago. At this time, we do ask that you silence all cell phones and pagers because they simply did not exist in the 1920s. After the first act, there will be a 15-minute intermission where we ask that you partake in concessions and all that jazz. And now, I have a story of murder, greed, corruption, violence, exploitation, adultery, and treachery. All of those things that we hold near and dear to our hearts. Thank you.
Kind of flex, we're playing fast and loose. And all that jazz, right up here is where I store the juice. And all that jazz, one on one, I wanna touch the sky. Bet you're lucky now, you never look so high. To the stratosphere, I'll call you then and here to all that.
Yeah, I'm afraid so, Roxy.
Oh, Fred! Oh, Fred!
Yeah?
Nobody walks out on me!
Sweetheart!
Don't sweetheart me, you bastard! Whoopee! Oh, I gotta pee!
I took the gun, officer, and I shot him.
I see. And your wife, Roxy Hunt, was in no way involved. Is that right?
Well, that's right, officer, that's right.
Well, that's just fine. Sign right there, Mr. Hart.
Freely and gladly. Freely and gladly.
Oh, aren't you the cheerful little murderer, though?
Murder? Well, it ain't murder shooting a burglar. Why, just last week the jury thanked a man. I say thank him.
I guess you know your Chicago all right. Son.
Freely and gladly, I say. Freely and gladly.
For her first number, Miss Roxy Hart would like to sing a song of love and devotion dedicated to her dear husband.
Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong, but he doesn't care. He'll string along. He loves me so, that funny honey of mine. Sometimes be right there, taking the blame. He loves me so, and it all suits me fine. That funny, sunny, honey, hubby of
A
mine.
man got a right to protect his home and loved ones, right?
Of course he has.
So I was coming in through the garage, and I see him climbing out the window with my wife, Roxy, that's sleeping.
He loves me so, that funny, honey of mine.
I mean, just supposing he had violated her or something. You know what I mean, violated.
I know what you mean.
Something. Think how terrible that would have been.
He loves me so, that funny, honey of
Frank
mine.
Casey.
And Casey, he could be the burglar my wife knows. He sold us our furniture.
Lord knows he ain't got the smarts.
She lied to me. She told me he was the burglar.
You mean he was dead when you got home?
She had him covered up with this sheet and telling me this comical story about this burglar. I honestly
Now he shut off his
Burglar!
I can't stand that
I
sound.
believed her.
Look, I go.
Little rat. So she was still talking to me.
Just one more spray. What a halfway deep thing. If they string you,
And she's up here.
well, I know who brought the sign.
They took me too far.
That scummy, crummy, dummy, hubby of mine. You double-crosser! You big blabbermouth! You said you stick, you promised you stick! How could you do this to me? Your wife!
You've been stringing me, Roxanne. You told me he was the burglar, and the whole time you're up here dousing him.
Your disloyal husband! Yeah, I shot him. Put that down in your book.
That's right, officer. She shot him. I had nothing to do with it.
Ah, now we're getting to the real story.
And you want to know why? He was trying to walk out of me. The louse.
That's a pretty cold-blooded murder, Miss Hawks. They're liable to hang you for that one.
Hang me? They can hang me? Hey, miss, did you hear what you said?
Not so tough anymore now, are ya?
Hang me? Oh, nobody can hang me. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord be with thee. Blessed upon my soul.
And now, the 6 Mary murderesses in the Cook County Jail in their edition of the Selma Tango!
Ha! 6. Squish. Cicero. Lipschitz. 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 He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same. Ha! 6. Squish. Lipschitz. He had it coming.
You know how people have these little habits that get you down? Like Bernie. Bernie liked to chew gum. No, not chew. Pop. So one day I come home and there's Bernie laying on the couch chewing. No, not chewing. Popping. So I said to him, Bernie, you pop that gum one more time. And he did. So I took the shotgun off the wall and I fired 2 warning shots. Into his head!
He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have heard it, I bet you would have done the same.
I met Ezekiel Young from Salt Lake City about 2 years ago. He told me he was single and we hit it off right away. So we started living together. He'd go to work, he'd come home, and mixing the drink, we had dinner. It was like heaven in 2.5 months. And then I found out. Single, he told me. Single my foot, Not only was he married, oh no, he had 6 wives. One of those Mormons, you know? So that night when he came home, I mixed him his drink, as usual. You know, some guys just can't tolerate arsenic.
Carving up the chicken for dinner, minding my own business. And in storms in my husband Wilbur in a jealous rage. "You've been with the milkman?" he said. He was crazy and he kept yelling, "You've been with the milkman?" And then he ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 10 times. If you had seen it, I bet you would have done the same.
Mit keresik nic. Osmieniaka hoje kieras zamknę w firmę, lecz czaptam na feriat. Den amigos, in other blond variok. Nam to never understand that in the top. Reporter around the shade of rising.
Yeah, but did you do it?
Not guilty. My sister Veronica and I had this double up. And sometimes my husband Charlie would travel around with us. Now for the last number in our act, we did 20 acrobatic tricks in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Splits, spread eagles, backflips, flip-flops, one right after another. Well, one night in Cicero, the 3 of us were up in a hotel room, having a few laughs, and we ran out of ice, so I got to get some. I come back. I open the door, and there's Veronica and Charlie doing number 17, spread eagle. Why? I was in such a state of shock, I completely blacked out. I can't remember a thing. It wasn't until later when I was washing the blood off my hands, I even realized they were dead. He had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming all along. I didn't do it, but if I'd done it, how could you tell me that I was wrong? They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming. They had a flower in its pride, and then they used it if I'd done it, and they abused it. Could you tell me that I was wrong?
I loved Alvin Lipschitz more than I can possibly say. He was a real artistic guy, sensitive, a painter. But he was troubled. He was always trying to find himself. He'd go out every night looking for himself, and on the way he found Ruth, Gladys, Rosemary, and Irving. I guess you could say we broke up because of artistic differences. He saw himself as alive, and I saw him dead. The dirty bum, 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 the dirty bum, 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 bum. We had it come, they had it come, they had it come, they had it come, they had it come, from the love, and they abused us, so to tell us that we were wrong. He had it come, they had it come, he had it come, he had it come, we always have to blame. I bet you would have done the same.
His knife foot 10 times.
Number 17.
Artistic differences.
I bet you would have done the
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the keeper of the keys, the countess of the clink, the mistress of Murder's Row, Matron Mama Morton!
I'm the biggest mother hen. I love them all and all of them love me. Because the system works, the system called reciprocity. I talked to Mr. Flint. He set your trial date for March the 6th. March the 7th, you'll be acquitted. And March the 8th, do you know what Mama's gonna do for you? She's gonna start you on a vaudeville tour.
I've been on a lot of vaudeville tours, Mama. How much dough are we talking?
It's a crazy world out there, kid. Babe Ruth, the baseball player, is wearing rouge and lipstick and playing the palace for $5,000 a week.
I said, how much dough are we talking about, Mama?
Well, due to your recent sensual activities, the most I can get you is $2,500.
$2,500? The most me and Bronca ever got together was $350.
Well, that was before Cicero, before Billy Flynn, and before Mama.
Mama, I've always wanted to play Big Jins. Can you get that for me?
Big Jins? Well, that's another story. That might take you another phone call.
Uh-huh. And how much is that phone call gonna cost me?
Ah, Val, come on. You know how I feel about you. You're the classiest dame in this whole joint. Like family to me, one of my own. I'll do it for $50.
$50? You must make a lot of wrong numbers.
If you want gravy, pepper my ragu, spice it up for Mama, she'll get it for you. They pass the basket, folks country too. You put in for Mama, she'll do it for you. So boost me up my ladder kid and do up yours. Let's all stroke together like the when you're stroking Mama, Mama's stroking you. So what's the one conclusion I can bring this number to? When you're good to Mama, Mama, give back to you.
Wilbur comes here to see me. Will you tell him I do not want to see him?
June, your husband is dead. You killed him.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Hey, you, out of my seat.
Who the heck?
Hey! Roxy, this here is Velma Kelly.
Velma Kelly? The Velma Kelly? Oh,
I'm so pleased to meet you. I read about you in the paper all the time. I love to follow the murders. Yours is my favorite. Thanks, kid.
Say, Miss Kelly, can I ask you something?
What?
The assistant district attorney, Mr. Harrison, said what I did was a hanging case and he's prepared to ask for the maximum penalty.
Yeah, so?
So I'm scared. I could really appreciate some advice.
Listen, kid. I don't give no advice. I don't get any, I don't give any. You are a complete stranger to me, and let's keep it that way. That's how it works around here. Thanks for the help. You're welcome.
Well, I'd like to help you, dearie.
Jennifer. Very big.
First off, what do you figure on using for grounds? What are you going to tell the jury?
I guess I'll just tell them the truth.
Are you crazy? You can't tell them that.
Telling the jury the truth? That's real stupid.
The way I see it, murder is like divorce. The reasons don't count. It's the grounds. Temporary insanity, self-defense.
What's your grounds? My grounds are that I didn't do it.
So who did?
Well, I'm sure I can't remember. I completely blacked out. I can't remember a thing. Only that I didn't do it. I've got the most tenderest heart in the world, haven't I, Mom?
You bet, Velma. Is being drunk grounds?
Just ask your lawyer.
I ain't got a lawyer.
Well, your luck has run out, my dear. Oh, no. Oh, Hail Mary, full of grace, may the Lord be with thee.
Roxy, relax, relax. In this town, murder is a form of entertainment. Plus, Cook County ain't hung a woman in 47 years. That's 47 to 1. They won't hang you.
There's always a first time.
Ah, Val, a conviction maybe.
Conviction?
Yeah.
What's that? Life. In jail? Where else? Marshall Field? Oh, Jesus.
Velma, lay off her.
What do I care about her? I think I shall retire to myself. Answer some fan mail, take a wee nap. You'll let me know when lunch is served, Mama?
My pleasure, Velma.
That's Velma Kelly.
Yeah.
She sure doesn't look like a Kelly to me.
Kelly's her stage name. That Velma is really something. She wears nothing but black narcissus perfume and never makes her own bed.
I thought you had to.
No, I take care of that for her.
So you make her bed?
Well, not exactly. You see, Velma pays me $5 a week and I give the Hungarian 50 cents and she does it. Poor thing, she really needs the money. Hey, Caitlin Hunyak, Lasha Velk Einstein Roxy Hartot. Not guilty. That's all she ever says. Anyways, Velma has a laundress app that costs her $5 more, and she has her food sent in from the drugstore around the corner. That costs her $20. And you know who's defending her, don't you?
No, who's defending her?
Mr. Billy Flynn, best criminal lawyer in Chicago. That's all. Girl, what he don't know about juries and women.
How do you get Mr. Billy Flynn?
Not by praying, dear. First you give me $100, then I make a phone call.
I see. And how much does he get?
$5,000.
$5,000?
Well, he's worth every cent. Never lost a case to Cook County women yet.
Never?
Never. I'd be happy to make that phone call for you, dear.
Thanks for filling me in. We'll keep in touch, okay?
You bet we will.
$5,000. Now where am I going to get $5,000? Oh, Amos, I knew you'd come. Amos, I know I've been sinful, but I'm changing. And all I want now is to make up to you for what I've done. And I will, just as soon as I get out of here. And I can, you see? There's this lawyer, and he costs $5,000.
Roxy, the answer is no.
Oh, Amos, I know I've lied to you. I know I've cheated with you with other men. I know I even stole money from your back pocket while you weren't even looking.
You did?
But that doesn't mean I never stopped loving you. I used to always think, Amos, he's so handsome and so sweet and so... I'm embarrassed. So sexy.
Honest?
Honest.
But $5,000?
It's my time of need.
All right, Roxy. I'll get it for you. I'll get it.
Presenting the silver-tongued prince of the courtroom, the one, the only, Mr. Billy Flynn.
I'm a millionaire. Never any fine attire. Vanderbilt might admire. No, not me. All I care about is love. Now, some of you may think I'm talking about physical love. Well, I'm not. There are other kinds of love, like love of justice, love of legal procedure, love of lending a hand to someone who really needs you, love of your fellow man. That's the kind of love I'm talking about. And the physical love ain't so bad either. It may sound odd. All I care about is love.
That's what he's here for.
Honest to God, all I care about is love. Show me long raven hair flowing down about to there. Let me see her running free. Keep your money, that's enough for me. I don't care for driving Packard cars or smoking long box cigars. No, not me. All I care about is doing the guy in who's taking on you, twisting the wrist that's turning the screw. All I care about is
My name is Amos.
Right. You got the rest of my $5,000?
Well, I didn't do as well as I hoped, but I will, Mr. Flynn. Here's $500 on my insurance.
That makes 1,000. Ah! Idiot!
I'm so sorry, Mr. Flynn.
Here's 300 that I borrowed from the guys at the garage, and 700 from my building and loan fund, and...
That's 2,000.
Mr. Flynn, I'll give you 20 bucks on my salary each week. Notes with interest. Double. Triple. Until every cent is paid, I promise ya, I promise ya.
You know, that's touching. To care for a woman that much is really very touching. But I've got a motto. That motto is play square. Dead square. Now, when you came to me yesterday, I didn't ask you any silly questions like, was she guilty? Was she innocent? Was she a drunk or a dope fiend? No silly questions like that, did I? No. All I asked was, have you got $5,000? And you said yes, but you don't. So I figure you're a dirty liar, and I don't waste my time with dirty liars.
I'm sorry, Mr. Flynn.
But I took her case, and I'll keep it too, because I play square. Now look, Hart, I don't like to blow my own horn, but if Jesus Christ had lived in Chicago today, and if he had come to me and had $5,000, things would have turned out differently. Now here's what we're gonna do. By tomorrow morning, we'll have her name on the front page of every newspaper in town. She'll be a celebrity, hottest little jazz player since Velma Kelly. Then, we announce we're gonna hold an auction. They'll buy anything she's ever touched. Her shoes, her dresses, her perfume, her underwear. Plus, we tell them that if by due process of law she gets hanged, the stuff triples in value.
Mr. Flynn, I don't know.
I don't figure you got a choice. You see, it's like this. Either I get the entire $5,000, or you'll rot in jail before I can bring you to trial.
Right in jail. You don't really mean that, do you, Mr. Flynn?
I certainly do.
Mr. Flynn, I'm not very good at this sort of thing. I have a lot of trouble expressing myself. Maybe we could possibly form some sort of arrangement between us. I can be an awfully good sport.
Hey, you mean one thing to me, and one thing only. And that's $5,000. Now look, in a few minutes, we're fixing to have a big press conference here. There'll be a whole bunch of photographers and reporters, and that sob sister from the Evening Star is coming. I don't figure we'll have a problem with her. She'll swallow hook, line, and sinker. It's because what she wants. It's Mary Sunshine.
When I was a tiny tot of maybe 2 or 3, I can still remember what my mother said to me. Place your rose-colored glasses on your nose, and you will see what robins not. Crows. For in this dancing tale where our weary minds can weave, you're so much better off if you believe that
say nothing rougher than, oh dear. Get it?
Yes, sir.
Sit down. Now the first thing we got to do is go out for sympathy from the press. They're not all pushovers like that Mary Sunshine. Chicago's a tough town. It's gotten so tough, in fact, they shoot the girls right out from under you. But there's one thing they can never resist, and that's a reformed sinner. So I've decided to rewrite the story of your life. It starts tomorrow in the Star. From convent to jail.
Convent, Mr. Flynn? No one will believe that.
Oh no? Get this. Beautiful southern home. Every luxury and refinement. Parents dead, educated at the Sacred Heart. Fortune swept away. A young, innocent girl, bewildered by what's happened. Young, full of life. A runaway marriage. Lonely. You were caught up by the mad world of a great city. Jazz, cabarets, liquor. Sit down. You were drawn like a moth to the flame, and now the mad world has ceased. A butterfly crushed on the wheel. You have sinned, and you are sorry.
God, that's beautiful.
And cut God out too. Stay where you're better acquainted. Now, when the reporters get here, tell them all you can remember is there was a big fight, and he threatened to kill you. And you can still see him coming towards you with an awful look in his eyes. And get this, you both reached for the gun. That's your grounds. Self-defense.
Mr. Flynn, the reporters are here.
Let them in, Butch. And remember, remorse, regret, and you both reached for the gun.
Mr. Flynn,
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sunshine, it's always a pleasure to see the members of the press. You know my client, Miss Roxy Hart.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so flattered y'all came to see me. I guess you want to know why I shot the bastard.
Sit down, dummy.
Mr. Billy Flynn sings the press conference rag. Notice how his mouth never moves. Almost.
Where'd you come from?
Mississippi.
And your parents?
Very wealthy.
Where are they now?
6 feet under, but she was granted one more star at the convent of the Sacred Heart.
When'd you get here?
1920.
How old were you?
Don't remember.
Then what happened?
I met a mess and he stole my heart away. Convinced me to elope one day.
Who's Fred Paisley?
My ex-boyfriend.
Why'd you shoot him?
I was leaving.
Was he angry?
Like a madman. So I said, Fred, move along. She knew that she was doing wrong.
Then describe it.
He came toward me
With a pistol.
from my bureau.
Once you find him.
Like a tiger. He had strength and she had none, and yet we both reached for the gun. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, we both, oh yes, we both, oh yes, we both reached for the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun. Oh yes, we both reached for the gun, for the gun.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, we both, oh yes, oh yes, we both reached for the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun. Oh yes, we both reached for the gun, for the gun.
Understandable, understandable. Yes, it's perfectly understandable. Comprehensible, comprehensible. Not a bit reprehensible. It's so defensive.
How you feeling?
Very frightened.
Are you sorry?
Are you kidding?
What's your statement?
All I'd say is, don't mind you jump the track. I did my life to bring him back. Stay away from jazz and liquor. And who play for fun. That's the thought matter. On me, when we both reach for the gun. Understandable. Yes, it's perfectly understandable. Comprehensible, comprehensible. Not a bit reprehensible. It's so defensible. for the
Jazz is like a Roxy's downfall.
We both reach for the guns, that's Roxy.
Dancing feet lead to Soros' beautiful jazz slayer. Roxy thought she'd give anything to bring him back.
Harley girl hell. Jazz is like a Roxy's downfall. Get hell, Charlie!
Both reach for the guns.
Jazz is like a...
You want to know something? I've always wanted my name in the paper. Now look! Roxy Rock Chicago! Yes! Oh, finally! I'm on the front page! Do you see this? It's me! I look so perfect, don't I? I even smell nice.
Hey, you!
Yeah, drummer boy.
Of course you!
Who else am I talking to? Look, that's me. You should read up on that. I'm gonna be famous. Look now, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Not that it really matters, but I'm gonna tell it to you anyways. All my life, I wanted to be in vaudeville. Oh yes, have my own act and everything. But no. They always turned me down. It was one big war full of no. But then I met Amos, sweet and safe Amos, who never says no. Look now, I hope this ain't too cruel, but in the bread department, Amos was a 0. I mean, he made love to me like a crucifix in a carburetor or something. I love ya, honey! I love ya! Anyways, long story short, I gave up the whole vaudeville idea because after all that time you kind of figure opportunity just passed you by. Oh no, but it ain't. With this Flynn guy and all this publicity, I can still get into vaudeville. I can still have my own act. Now I got me a walk for the yes! The name on everybody's lips is gonna be Roxy. The lady raking in the chips is gonna be Roxy. I'm gonna be a celebrity that means somebody everyone knows. They're gonna recognize my eyes, my hair, my teeth, my hips, my nose. From just some dumb mechanic's wife, I'm gonna be Roxy, who says that murder's not an art, and who, in case she doesn't think, could say she started with the thing. Roxy Heart, oh yes, I'm gonna have a swell act. You know what I should get me? A boy. Yes. Someone who can lift me up and smile at me. Oh heck, I'm gonna get 2 boys. That'll frame me better. No. Think big, Roxy. Think big. I'm gonna get me a whole bunch of boys. Yes! Oh wow. They came fast, didn't they? Hello. Hi. Ooh. Looking sharp. Hi. Ooh, yes. Wow. Oh, nice buns. Hi. Hello. You're gonna be my dark chocolate. The name on everybody's Roxy.
Yes, the lady raking in the chips is gonna be
Roxy. She's gonna be a celebrity.
That means somebody everyone knows.
They're gonna recognize her eyes, her hair, her teeth.
My hips, my nose. From just some dumb mechanic's wife, I'm gonna be. Sing it!
Roxy.
Yes! Who says that murder's not art?
And who in case she doesn't take?
To say she started with a bang!
Roxy. Wait outside in line to get to see Roxy.
Think of those autographs I signed to you,
Roxy.
and now the beer and the lavender that goes all the way down to my waist.
Here a ring, there a ring, everywhere a ring.
But always in the best of taste. Oh yes, I'm a star!
Audience loves her.
And I love the audience.
And the audience loves her. Love it now.
And I love the audience for loving me.
And they just all love each other.
That's because we started a love in our childhood.
That's right.
Let's show this kid.
Oh yeah. She's giving up her humdrum life.
I'm gonna be.
Roxy. She made us stand home and song.
And Sophie Tucker spit, I know, to see her name get filled below. Roxy, Roxy, hearts. I to you too. Ooh. Hello. Looking sharp. Yeah. Sorry. Hi, how are you? Ooh, hi. I love you too. I love you. Those are my boys. Yes! Mama, you know I'm not a jealous person, but every time I see that tomato's name on the front page, it drives me nuts.
Sit down, baby. I got some bad news.
Oh no.
The tour, the whole tour, it's canceled.
Cancelled.
Here, kiddo. I've been getting calls from the boys at William Morris all day. We've lost interest. We've lost interest. We don't want her. She's washed up. She's finished. She's a bum. Do you know how it hurts, Mama, to hear that about someone she cares for?
Oh, sure.
All you read about today is that Hart kid. She's hot.
Say, Mama, how about I convince Roxy to do that sister out with me?
Well, that's what I call using the old canoe. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Velma Kelly in an act of desperation.
My sister and I had an act that couldn't flop. My sister and I were headed straight for the top. My sister and I earned a thou a week at least, oh sure. But my sister is now unfortunately deceased. I know it's sad, of course, but a fact is still a fact. And now all that remains is the remains of a perfect double act. Roxy, did you know you were exactly the same size as my sister? Oh, you fit into her wardrobe perfectly. Why don't I just show you some of the act, huh? Good. Hit it. With two people. It is swell with two people. First I drums. Then she saxophone. Then we but I can't do it alone. Then she then I then we but I can't do it alone. She'd say, what's your sister like? I'd say men. She'd say, you're the cat's meow. Then we wound around again. When she go, I go. We go. Then those ding-dong daddies started to roar, whistle, stomp, and slam the floor, yelling, screaming, begging for more. And then we'd say, all right, fellas, keep your socks up. You ain't seen nothing yet. But I simply cannot do it alone. Huh? What do you think? Oh, come on, you can say. Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. Okay, the first part can always be written, sure. But the second part's really nifty. Watch this. Then she. Then I. See, I kick really high. Then we. But I simply cannot do it alone. She'd stay, what St. Chicago in? I'd say ill. She'd say, turn your motor off, rear, 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 rear. I'd hear, cheer it still when she go. I go. We go. Sideways. And then those two big Johnnies did a round to cheer the best attraction in town, nearly brought the balcony down. And we'd say, all right, fellas, we're gonna go, but we're gonna leave you with two parting shots. And this we did in complete unison.
But now, hey, Roxy, I'm gonna listen. I don't want to hear it. What did Mama tell you? That you're old news? That you're washed up? That's me they want now. Ha ha ha! I don't need you. I don't need anybody. Just read the newspapers. They love me. I'm a big star. A big star. Thanks. Nothing personal. You understand, right?
Nothing personal. Nothing's ever personal.
Like a deserted bride on her wedding night, all alone and shaking with fright, with her brand new hubby nowhere in sight. I simply cannot do it.
turns out she's some sort of heiress.
Her folks are in pineapples or grapefruits or something like that. Well, she's playing house in a Northside apartment with a guy by the name of Harry. Harry spends all his time in bed. You know, a real mattress dancer. What Harry does for a living, oh, nobody knows it for sure. But it don't matter, because she's still putting all of his bills. Paying for everything.
Anywho, last night this kitty dame comes home. Harry's already in bed.
Which is par for the course for Harry.
She goes to change, then she notices something rather odd.
Extremely odd. Puzzled, she disappears for a moment. And when she returns, she gently awakens Harry.
Oh, Harry! Okay, are you gonna believe what you see or what I tell you?
What I say!
That's all, folks.
Lakeshore Drive Massacre!
Where is this?
Three in bed, all dead! I'm
Ladies and gentlemen, my client will be happy to answer all your questions. Will you stop biting? I'll get hydrophobia.
Leave me alone! All of you! I'm not answering any more of your questions!
Please direct your questions to our counsel.
You're not my counsel, and I want my money back!
It's not your money. It's your mother's money.
Miss Katz, did you know those two young ladies personally?
Did I know those two ladies personally? Was that your question?
Yes, that is my question.
Ladies and gentlemen, like this man, I'm happy to answer all your questions. And afterwards, I'll be giving you an interview myself.
Mr. Flynn, Mr. Flynn, Mr. Flynn, Mr. Flynn!
Well, hi, Trixie. Roxy. Well, what a spitfire, huh? And a socialite, too. Her mother owns all the pineapples in Hawaii.
What do I care about pineapples? Did you set my child egg yet?
Take it easy, kid. First things first. I'll get to it.
Good to see you. I like to talk about my child, too.
First things first, Velma. I'll get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Pineapples! I have a feeling you're in trouble, Roxy. Socialite. You'll lose again, Velma. But there's only one person who can save you now, Roxy. The one person you can count on now, Velma.
And now, Miss Roxy Hawk and Miss Velma Kelly sing a song of unrelenting determination and unmitigated ego.
One thing I know, and I've always known, I am by all my own best friend. Baby's alive, but baby's alone, and baby's her own best friend. Daddy's the guy who told me he cares, but they were scratching my back, 'cause I was scratching theirs. And trusting to luck, that's only for fools. I play the game where I make the rules. And rule number one, from here to the end, is I am my own best friend. 3,000 years, never
Somebody pick this poor girl up! I'm the best doctor in town for my client!
And all that
Hello, suckers. Welcome back. Roxy's in there being looked over by the state medical examiner. She says she's gonna have a baby. Now, why didn't I think of that? Can you imagine? I mean, can you imagine? Can you believe it? I mean, can you believe it? I know a girl for a long time. You could put her face into the Phillips line, and she comes smelling like a rose. How she does it, heaven knows. Hold on, turn it out!
Well, Doc, yes, she isn't she?
She is.
Surely she is.
I know a girl with so much. She could get run over by a 2-ton truck and brush herself off and walk away. How she does it, good and so.
Well, Doc, will you testify in court?
Yes!
Good, butterfly.
I'll stop being a man. Put my face in the painless slop. I can smell the painless slop. Oh, run over by a truck and I am deader than a duck. I know a girl who tells some very lies. Anything that's true would nearly cross her eyes. But what that mouse is selling, the whole world buys, and nobody smells a rat. Please, ladies and gentlemen of the press, leave us alone so we can rest. Leave us alone, the two of us. Can you imagine?
Look at my baby and me. Me and my baby and me. Well, that as happy as babies can be. What if I find that I'm caught in a storm? I don't care, my baby's there and baby's bound to keep me warm. We're sticking together and ain't that much fun? So much together, yeah, count us as one. Tell all that worry to go palm a tree. 'Cause I got my baby, my dear little baby. Look at my baby and me.
I can assure you she will come to trial at the earliest possible moment, and you can quote me on that.
Hey everybody, I'm the father! I'm the father!
My baby and me. I dream of a duo, now don't you agree? I keep it bumping, there's nothing to hide. And what I feel, I must reveal. It's more than I can keep inside, and I can assure you it won't go away. Let me assure you it grows every day. I was the one once, but now I'm a we. 'Cause I got my baby, my dear little baby. Look at my baby and me.
First time we ever had one of our girls knocked up.
I've got it and it's brilliant. I'm gonna get Amos to divorce you. That way all the sympathy will go to you, not him. You'll be the poor little deserted mother-to-be and that crumb is running out on you.
That's my kid!
My baby and me. Listen to what I must listen to me. Nothing can stop us, so nobody tries. Baby, stop it, accidentally so mine. Give us some room. Watch us recover and blossom and bloom. Life is a prison, but we got the key. 'Cause me and my baby, my dear little baby, my sweet little baby, my soft little baby, my black little baby, my soft little baby, my pink little baby, my bold little baby. Look at my baby and
I'm the father! Papa! Well, Daddy Dickens! Did you hear me? Well, did you? No, you didn't hear me. Nobody ever hears me. Well, that's the story of my life. Nobody ever listens to me. Have you noticed that at all? Well, have you seen it? Am I making it up? 'Cause nobody ever notices I'm around. Nobody. Ever. Not even my parents noticed me. One time I went to school and when I came home, they had moved. Spot, I'm over here. You can see me, I know it. I'm center stage, come on! Thanks. If someone stood up in a crowd and raised his voice up way out loud and waved his arm and shook his leg, you'd notice some. If someone in the movie show yelled fire in the second row, this whole place is a powder keg. You'd notice him. And even without clucking like a hen, everyone gets noticed now and then. Unless, of course, that personage should be invisible, inconsequential. Cellophane, Mr. Cellophane, should have been my name, Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look right through me and walk right by me and never know I'm there. I tell ya, Cellophane, Mr. Cellophane, should have been my name, Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look right through me and walk right by me and never know I'm there.
Oh, I didn't see you, Andy. Sit down. Look, I'm afraid I gotta hit you hard, Andy. I can only hope you'll be big about it.
Amos. My name is Amos.
Who said it wasn't? It's the kid's name I'm thinking about.
What?
See with sequins in their eyes. What if your hinges all are rusting? What if, in fact, you're just disgusting? Razzle dazzle them, and they'll never catch wise. Give 'em the whole razzle dazzle, razzle dazzle. Give 'em a show that's so splendiferous. Row after row will grow vociferous. Give 'em the old flim flam flummox, fool and fracturer. How can they hear the truth above the roar? Throw 'em a fake and a finagle. They'll never know you're just a bagel. Razzle dazzle, and they'll beg you for more. Give 'em the old razzle dazzle, razzle dazzle. Back since the days of old Methuselah, everyone loves a big bamboozler. Give 'em the old three-ring circus, stun and stagger 'em. When you're in trouble, go into your dance. Though you are stiffer than a girder, they'll let you get away with murder. Razzle dazzle, and you got a romance. Give 'em the old razzle dazzle, razzle dazzle. Give that and that's unassailable. They'll wait a year till you're a winner. Give 'em the old double whammy, days and dizzy. Show 'em the first-rate sorcerer you are. Long as you keep 'em way off balance, how can they fight? You got no talent. Razzle dazzle, razzle dazzle, razzle dazzle, and they'll make you a star.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present Justice. The state of Illinois versus Roxy Hart in the murder of Fred Casely. will Amos Hart approach the stand?
I certainly do. Question by Sergeant Fogarty. What happened next? Answer by Roxy Hart. I shot him because he was walking out on me the last. Signed, Roxy Hart. Do you recognize the signature?
Yes, sir, it's the signature of the lady who used to be my wife.
Exactly. Take the witness.
Well, hello, Amos.
Amos. Well, that's right, Mr. Flynn. Amos.
Amos, are you at present obtaining a divorce from the defendant?
Yes, sir.
And when did you file suit?
About a week ago.
Was there any particular reason for filing for divorce at this time?
Well, I'll say, the newspaper said she was expecting a little stranger.
Devil!
Well, that's hardly grounds for divorce, is it?
A little too much of a stranger.
Oh, and by that you mean you doubted the paternity of the child?
Well, sure.
Did you even bother to ask her after you read it? Did you even think that Roxy Hart was the mother of your child?
Well, no, but you
just assumed? Do you call that playing square, Hart? Let me ask you this. If you were convinced you were wrong, you'd be man enough to admit it, wouldn't you? If Roxy Hart swore you were the father of her child, which she does.
She does.
I do.
She does! Step down, Debbie! The defense calls Roxy Hart.
Roxy Hart's the stand! Blah, blah, blah! Choo, choo, choo! Does that help you out?
I do.
What is your name?
Roxy Hart.
Roxy, I have here a statement in which you admit to having illicit relations with the deceased, Fred Casey. Is this statement true or false?
I'm afraid it's true.
You're an honest girl, Roxy. Tell the jury, when did you first meet Fred Casey?
When he first sold me and Amos our furniture. Also, he was a regular patron at the nightclub, where I was a member of the chorus.
And your personal relationship with him, when did that begin?
When I permitted him to drive me home one night.
Hey, chickie.
Hello, Mr. Casely.
Fly night for duck fitters. I got my car right around the corner. Why don't I give you a ride? It's raining so hard and all.
Charleston!
Oh, we seem like such a fine gentleman.
Yet, you were married, Miss Hart.
I know. I don't think I would have gone with him if me and Mr. Hart had a quarrel that very morning.
Quarrel?
Yes. Seems I just couldn't stop pestering him.
Pestering him about what?
Amos, I don't want to work in that dirty nightclub. I also don't want you working long hours at the garage either. Amos, I want you home with me. I want to iron your shirts. I want to darn your socks. I want to do your laundry. I want a real home and a child.
So, you drifted into this illicit relationship with Fred Casey because you're unhappy at home.
Most unhappy.
I love ya, honey, I love ya.
Then why didn't you continue in this affair with Casely? Why didn't you stop?
I tried to for Mr. Casely. He'd plead and he'd say,
I can't live without you. I can't live without you. I can't live without you.
I love ya, honey, I love ya.
I was being torn apart.
Roxy Hart, the state has accused you of the murder of Fred Casely. Are you guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty, not guilty. Yes, I killed him, but I'm not a criminal.
There. Roxy Hart, can you recall the night of February 14th?
Yes, sir.
And tell the jury, in your own way, the happenings of that night.
Well, it was around 2 a.m. and I just came back from the grocery store after buying baking soda to make cookies for my Amos. Oh, Amos just loved my cookies. And then I went home and I took a shower and I got ready for bed when suddenly... Oh, I thought it was my friend Boya. So I slipped on my robe and I went straight to the door.
And who was there?
Hello, Roxy. I had to see you once more.
What, Fred?
That note you wrote me? Telling me it was all over? Telling me we had to quit? Saying it could never end in happiness! Why didn't you write that note, Roxy?
Because I'm reformed. I have seen the error of my ways
And did he go away as you asked him to?
I object to the counsel's leading of the witness.
Sustained.
How will we phrase the question? And what did you say next?
Oh, go away! I tried to close the door, but he forced his way in. And then he followed me.
Look, just have one little drink with me and I'll go.
Why didn't you scream?
I didn't want to wake up the neighbors. And plus, I love my husband.
So you told him you loved your husband. What did he say to that?
It doesn't matter. You're mine.
I can't go on. I can't.
No, Roxy. You must tell the jury everything. They have a right to know.
Me and Amos are going to have a baby.
And what happened next?
I'll kill you before I steal out of the next child.
She ripped off my robe and threw me on the bed. I still heard her mom who was on the bed. And then he tried to reach for it, but I knocked his hand away from it. And then he whirled me aside.
And then
We both reached for the gun. But I got it first. And then he came at me with this weird-looking guy.
what kind of look, Roxy?
I don't know, angry, wild.
I need to kill you.
Did you think he meant to kill you?
Oh, yes, sir. And not just me. So I closed my eyes and I shot 3 times.
In defense of your life?
To save my husband's innocent unborn child!
Dazzle, dazzle, razzle, dazzle, and I'll make you a
Gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
That we have, Your Honor.
Will the defendant please rise? And what is your verdict?
We find the defendant.
Did you see what's going on out there? There was this divorce action, and this babe shot her husband, his mother, and the defense attorney. There's blood all over the wall. It's terrible. It's awful. What a story.
Wait! Me! A Roxy Hart! Don't you want my picture? My autograph? What happened?
You were found not guilty. That's what happened.
Not that! Where are the reporters, the photographers? My name in the papers? I was counting on that. I was counting on that.
You know, your gratitude is overwhelming, but forget it. I'm only in it for the money anyway.
Yeah, you get $5,000 and I wind up with nothing.
You're a free woman, Roxy Hart, and God save Illinois. Well, I guess it finishes us, Roxy. And I suppose that's the last you will be seeing of me, too. May I have my exit music, please?
What do you want?
Well, I want you to come home with me. You said you still wanted me, and I still love you. And the baby, our baby.
What baby? There ain't no baby. What do you take me for?
Oh, there ain't no baby.
That's right.
Roxy, I still love you.
I didn't even want my picture. I don't understand that. I didn't even want my picture.
Fine. My exit music, please.
opportunity to thank you for your belief in our innocence. It was your letters and telegrams and words of encouragement that helped us get through this terrible ordeal. You know, a lot of people have lost faith in America and for what America stands for. But we are the great examples of how great this country can really be. So we'd like to say thank you and bless you. Thank